zone. I mean, it's not like we don't work against the zone. It's just some shots got to fall, and in the second half, just fouling too much on the defensive end. And we're doing a lot of things that are killing us that are very correctable, and that's on the head coach. I mean, it is. We are not playing as well as we need to. We're making too many mental errors, and that's not on the guys. That's on me. These guys are trying hard. They're trying to do what we ask them to do, and we're going to keep at it because I know we're going to get a lot better. We're going to get a lot better because there's so many areas that we can improve on. It's frustrating right now, and I know it is for our fans. It's frustrating for us, and we're going to get there. We're going to get there. There's no time to tell the guys they can feel bad tonight, but when I see them in the morning, they better be ready to go because I'm going to be ready to go. We're not going to stop working because we are going to be a good basketball team, and we're going to stay positive with them and just keep working.
Greg, the inconsistency kind of reared its head tonight. I mean, the offense in the first half, you mentioned, they shoot 50% in the second half. 3 foul shots for Valpo in the first half, 29 in the second half. I mean, that's got to be demanding for not only for the coaches but for the players to, have such a variance in performance.
Well, it is. It is, Todd. We'll go defense first. I think we held them to 33% in the second half, but you can't guard them with the free throw line. And that's a good free throw shooting team. And we fouled in the backcourt. They'd get an offensive rebound after we did a good job defensively. We'd foul them after that. We fouled a three-point shooter. There's all of that stuff is correctable. That's stuff that a well-coached basketball team doesn't do, and that's stuff that we got to keep working on and get better with. And I got to do a better job with them. In the first half, we got up and they went zone, and I think it was 5 minutes before we scored. And the things that we were trying to do, we didn't get to right away. We finally did. Devontae got in there in the middle of it, and we attacked it and did the things you need to. We're shooting a lot of threes, but teams are giving us threes. But you got to move the ball's got to touch the paint first. And then the second half, I thought we were moving the ball and do some good things offensively. Devontae's and Christian, they're struggling. They know it. I don't have to say anything to them. They worked their tails off. They're both worked individually today. They're going to do it every day. But they're trying to do what we ask. They're trying to move the basketball, get other guys involved. With them only taking 5 and 7 shots, they're going to take more than that. So it's a bunch of stuff. I mean, it's you could go down a litany of things, and we got to get more productivity out of other guys. We got to get more productivity out of our best players, and the head coach has got to do a better job of getting those guys in spots where we can get them shots too.
You talked about the self-inflicting wounds. About 5 to go, you're in the ballgame. I mean, it's a very good team.
Yeah, down 3. I think we got down 3 even.
You had 2 turnovers in the final 5 minutes. A missed layup. The end front end of 1-on-1. I know you take the blame, but eventually the players got to make the plays. How frustrating is those self-inflicting wounds right now?
Well, it is. It's very frustrating. And every fan that came here tonight, I'm sure that's frustrating for them. Why are they missing? They're missing free throw. Yeah, it's not like we're working on it. It's not like anybody that steps up there wants to miss. It's not like we're trying to turn it over at a crucial time. We just got to be a little mentally stronger. And again, when things are going good, that kind of stuff doesn't happen, and you're feeling a little bit better. But we've been struggling, and everybody's a little on edge there, and maybe trying to force stuff on the offensive end. But we did get it to 3. And missed a layup, and then you go down to the other end and you commit a foul, and you can't stop them at the free throw line when they step up there. So you're right, it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. But what can you do? You watch the tape, you learn from the tape, you show it to the guys. How do you get better? Where are the mistakes we're making? What are the good things that we're doing? What are the correctable stuff we're doing? Because the effort is there. The effort is there. These guys are trying. I mean, they're trying to do it, and they're hanging their heads right now, but you can't. We got a game on Sunday that's against a very good team, and then we got to finish strong here before Christmas. So I told them we're going to get there. We're going to get there. I'd rather it be sooner than later, but we're going to get there.
Greg, it's difficult. Some of the things you talk about are correctable or with first-year young players, and that's something that you learn from experience. But when your veteran players aren't necessarily go-to guys on either end of the floor right now, how much harder does that make it?
Well, Christian and Devontae are definitely go-to guys on the defensive end, and you watch us a lot, so if somebody just watched what those guys do on the defensive end, it's never-ending, and we got to get other guys that can guard the best players on the other team, and it's taxing. They expend a lot of energy down there, and that's probably why their offensive game has struggled a little bit because they are so tired. So that our rotation's got to get better. we've got to have other people be able to guard some of those guys. And offensively, you know, they are go-to guys, but they also have the best defenders on the other team on them. And if you can watch when Devontae's got it, there's three guys guarding him. The guy to his right, the guy to his left, and they're jamming it up. So he's trying. He tried to move the ball tonight and get it back and doing those things. And the last two games, their two shooting percentages weren't very good, and we're turning it over too much. But those guys are our best players and our seniors that have accomplished a lot here and helped us win a lot of big games, and they're going to do it again this year.
How much of a welcome sight was it? Big reason for the comeback in the second half. Van Schoik, career high 20 points, 17 on the second half. I know you've been waiting for that outburst from him.
Yeah, it's coming. I mean, shooters shoot. I mean, he had 66 threes as a sophomore at the Citadel against some good competition. And, you know, when you're missing a bunch and things like the ball's not going in, you're quick shooting or you're not on balance. There's a lot of little things that go into that stuff. And a lot of shooting, and a lot of that stuff's between the ears, you know, so it's a thing that something good has to happen, and it'll continue with it. So I'm happy for him. He's got to help us on the defensive end, probably a little more than what he's doing. And it's not like these guys don't know. They're hearing the same thing every day over and over on our correctable stuff, and we're going to get it corrected, you know. And maybe I got to do a better job of enforcing